Imagine taking the same train every night. Your commute so routine you could do it with your eyes closed. But one night, you open your eyes to find that the familiar is gone, replaced by a nightmare. This is the story of Sam and the midnight train to nowhere. Sam had a routine. A 27-year-old working in the city. She took the same train home every night after her late shift. It was always the 11:45 train, a direct line to her quiet suburb. She'd slump into the same window seat, hop on her headphones, and scroll her phone until her stop. But that night was different. Sam had been working overtime for days and was completely drained. As soon as she settled into her usual seat, sleep hit her like a wave. She didn't mean to fall asleep, but when she woke up, the first thing she noticed was the silence. Sam blinked groggily, expecting to see the familiar route she'd traveled 100 times. Instead, the windows showed darkness, no streetlights, no buildings, not even trees rushing past. Just blackness. Pulling her headphones off, she realized something else was strange. The train wasn't just silent. It was empty. Her heart began to pound. Had she missed her stop? That didn't make sense. Her line was the last one of the night, and her stop was always announced. She checked the time on her phone. 12:17 a.m. Further down the train, figures sat stiffly in their seats. She couldn't see their faces clearly. Their heads were turned away. Something about them felt wrong. "Excuse me?" she called out, her voice breaking the eerie quiet. No response. She stood up, clutching her bag tightly, and started walking down the aisle. Her footsteps echoed on the floor. As she got closer, she realized why the figures looked so off. They weren't people. At least, not anymore. Their faces were pale, unnaturally smooth, like mannequins. Their clothes hung loose on their rigid frames. And their eyes, those hollow, black sockets, seemed to follow her, even though their heads didn't move. Panicking, Sam turned and bolted toward the front of the train. She needed to find the conductor, someone who could explain what the hell was happening. The door leading to the next car was stuck, but with enough force, she managed to shove it open. It led her into the conductor's car, but no one was there. Just an empty seat and controls she didn't recognize. But the strangest part, there was a single note taped to the dashboard. It read, "Stay seated. The train knows where to go." Her breath itched. She spun around and nearly screamed. One of the mannequin passengers was standing in the doorway, completely still. Its eyeless sockets stared directly at her. Sam didn't wait to find out what it wanted. She ran back into the car, but now more of the mannequins had moved. They stood scattered across the aisle, blocking her path back to her seat. She squeezed past them their rigid arms grazing her skin as she tried to reach the emergency exit. The train was moving too fast to jump, but maybe if she could pull the emergency brake. Then she heard a voice. It wasn't loud, but it came from everywhere at once, a deep, mechanical hum. You cannot leave. You are part of the journey now. Before she could scream, the train suddenly screeched to a halt. Sam stumbled forward, the mannequins toppling like dominoes. The voice spoke again, almost soothing this time. This is your stop. The doors hissed open, revealing a station Sam didn't recognize. It was dimly lit, with no signs, no maps, no people. Against her better judgment, she stepped out. The doors closed behind her, and the train roared off into the darkness. Sam was alone. She walked toward the exit, her legs trembling. But as she reached the stairs leading out of the station, she saw it. A sign, faintly glowing on the wall. It read, "Welcome back." Sam turned around in panic, but the train was gone. The station was silent. She wasn't going home. They say some journeys don't have a destination. They're meant to trap the passengers forever. If you're ever on a late-night train and things seem off, remember Sam's story. And maybe, just maybe, stay awake.